Welcome to Work Energy Reflection Notes. This space is an exploration of energy at work, in relationships, and within the systems we move through every day. Not productivity in the traditional sense, and not optimization for the sake of output, but the deeper question underneath all of it. What helps us as human beings stay alive inside the systems that we move through? I'm Angela Weiss. I've spent over 20 years working in human resources and organizational systems, while also studying yoga and other embodiment modalities, bringing a clarity around the ways that energy moves through people and environments. This podcast is where those worlds meet. Today's reflection is about curiosity, play, and why they may be more foundational to awareness than we often realize. So lately, I've been thinking about the difference between friction that helps us grow and friction that slowly shuts us down. Most adults spend years inside systems that reward certainty. Know the answer. Move quickly. Bring me solutions, not problems. Reduce mistakes. Stay efficient. And while structure absolutely matters, sometimes something gets lost in the process. Curiosity, play, experimentation without immediate justification. At some point, many of us stop exploring because exploration begins to feel inefficient. We stop asking questions we can't immediately monetize or explain. We stop engaging with things simply because they create energy or drain it. And over time, life can become entirely transactional. Useful, structured, functional, but not alive. One of the things I'm beginning to explore through the work energy framework is the idea that curiosity itself may be an energy signal. Not motivation in the hustle culture sense, something quieter, more embodied. Curiosity often appears before clarity does, before purpose, before confidence, before direction. It's subtle. It's the moment you pause on an idea, follow a question, open a book unexpectedly, watch a documentary rabbit hole unfold. That is one of my favorite pastimes. Try something creative without knowing why. Curiosity asks us to stay in relationship with the unknown long enough for awareness to expand, for friction to soften. And that requires energy, safety. Because when someone is chronically exhausted, overwhelmed, or surviving inside constant pressure, curiosity is often one of the first things to disappear. The nervous system narrows, focus becomes survival-based. Efficiency replaces exploration, which means curiosity is not frivolous. It's fundamental. I think adults sometimes misunderstand play because we associate it with childishness rather than adaptability. But play is experimentation. Play allows movement without perfection. It creates room for discovery, flexibility, creativity, emotional regulation, and resilience. In organizational systems, the healthiest teams all have the capacity for experimentation and psychological movement. Without play, systems become rigid, Without awareness, people become disconnected from their own energy. And without curiosity, we stop noticing what is no longer working. That's why I see curiosity and play not as distractions from meaningful work, but as foundational to awareness itself. Awareness is not just mindfulness and stillness. It's noticing what energizes us, what drains us, what expands us, what creates friction, what creates movement. Curiosity keeps those observations alive. So this week, instead of asking, what should I optimize? Maybe ask, what am I curious about? Not for performance, not for productivity, not because it leads somewhere immediately. Just because something inside you becomes a little more awake when you engage with it. That signal matters. Maybe curiosity itself is one of the earliest forms of recalibration. Thank you for spending time with me today. This has been Work Energy Reflection Notes. If this reflection resonated with you, you can find additional reflections, writing, and resources through workenergylab.com. Until next time, stay curious enough to notice what brings life back into your work.